So it's been a little while. I've missed a couple of weeks of recording some videos. To be honest, my mental health has not been great, and that's because my physical health was, I couldn't do any running. Cycling, it seems to be causing the issues, but I've got to find some way of getting past it. So I thought I'd let you know what training I have actually managed to do, because although I've sort of eased off on the running, and I did get back to it, I've sort of concentrated on swimming and trying to improve that. So it was a bank holiday and a bank holiday weekend. So I'll start with the Saturday at the beginning of that weekend. And I went for another swim squad session. I've done one before, a couple of weeks back. But this one was with the head coach. And because I'd done the one the week before, I sort of roughly knew that I should be taking things like paddles and a pool buoy. We did 1400 metres, and there was some, towards the end it gets you doing some sort of strength drills on this session, and it was push-ups on the edge of the pool, and they were really tough. So it gets you to swim from the shallow end as fast, full gas as you can, to the deep end, get to the deep end, and then on the wall you want you to do 2 push-ups on the side of the pool, so it's a bit like tricep push-ups. And that was followed up later in the day, in the evening, by a strength workout, sort of based around the exercise you need to do for running. So started off with a bit of cardio to warm up with, which I previously have done sort of going up and down the stairs about 10 times. This time it wasn't an option. I laid on the bed, did some bicycle crunches, or just as you, basic thing as a kid I was taught was like riding a bike. So you lay on your back and you just pedal like that. That was followed by some squats, some calf raises, some glute bridges. Sort of went through a couple of sets of them, and then ended with, well, on Garmin I call it, it has to be called something, I call it a lying reverse plank. If you know what a plank is, I don't mean a plank award, it's just on your back. So basically you're just lying there. So I do that for 3 minutes, you're just lying there on a bed. It just helps to relax, cool down, calm down, concentrate on your breathing, just relax. So do that for 3 minutes, and then that's that workout done then, which will bring us on to Monday. So Sunday was nothing, and this has got me in the idea then of I need to find my mojo, I need to find my Iggy, if you like. So I don't know if you remember Quantum Leap. With Sam Beckett, and he would have the artificial intelligence, I believe it was called Ziggy. So I need to find my Iggy, because you've got Jasper Carrot's character Wiggy. I don't know if you remember him, do you? Oh, some of you do. I need to find my Iggy for training, so I'm going to call my Iggy Triggy. This is the thing that I'll put up at the beginning of my videos, and I'll look at the beginning of the week to keep me accountable, let me know exactly what my training is for the week, and talk me through it. It's essentially my own artificial intelligence. Maybe not so artificial, but hopefully plenty more on the intelligence. So anyway, Monday, I just went to the outdoor gym. It's a bank holiday, a few places are closed, the regular things aren't on. So yeah, I just went for an outdoor gym session, and yeah, that's on Strava. Tomorrow, so the Tuesday, it's going to be my birthday. So normally it nearly always seems to fall on a sort of a day off of some kind. When I was younger it always did. Yeah, all I did, again, like I say, I was I've been a bit injured with my right side, so both my ankle and my knee And also my hip, there's a bit of burning. I'll always have that. And just went on the Wii Fit. I had a chance to. It was at home. Balance board, did some games, did some exercises. Probably spent about 20 minutes. Wednesday is a personal trainer taster session. And I've had some of these in the past. It's like a free session. It's probably the personal trainers just trying to drum up a bit of business. It's a way of introducing them to yourselves. What I gained from this one was personal trainer. It was just like, it's only half an hour, but it was a chance for me to ask questions and get a bit of confidence using these heavy machines, the free weights area, dumbbells and benches, a squat rack machine thing, which it also got me doing some lunges, not right at the end, single leg weighted lunges. They were painful. I think it might be called a Smith machine. It's sort of one where you twist the bar and it comes off. It's got lots of hooks on it as it goes along. I think the idea is if you get stuck, you just literally just rock backwards and it just locks on there. I think the other good thing is it makes you go straight up and down, so you're not wobbling. So I don't know whether that's technically free weights or not. Some bicep curls was another thing we did. So I did that, wasn't broken. Went back down to the changing rooms, put on some bike shorts, went back upstairs, got on the watt bike there, and recorded the workout on Zwift. So that was pretty much Wednesday. All done through. Wednesday then was just finished off. I thought it was done, but I went out for a little walk in the evening. We have a group again, the mental health group. If you like, it's just a well-being walk. And about 40 minutes or so. Not too far. Got lovely weather. I'll show you a picture of that if you can. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So again, it's swimming, but this is going to be open water swimming. I've done a couple this year, open water. Thursday's open water swim, so I had to go through the induction. It's a place, I have volunteered there. It's Compton Verne in the Midlands. It's not far from Kyneton, which is not far from Wellesbourne, Stratford upon Avon. Might recognise that one. And it's a lovely, beautiful lake. And went through the induction, if you like. It's just a dry site. It's just about what to do. I'll take you through one every year, just as a refresher. It's good just to know. And I went in. I'd only ever swum around the smaller loop, and I went around the big loop twice. And so I did the two big loops, pulled into the side, sat on the side, realised I wasn't going to have cramp. I wasn't getting cold. Went back in and did a short loop. Now I'm still not being able to do the whole lot freestyle or front crawl. But I'm going through at least half of it, and I did this one sort of as an interval session just to get back used to the cold water. So just alternated the buoys. To the first buoy, front crawl, to the next one, breaststroke, front crawl, breaststroke, front crawl, breast, and pretty much aimed to alternate it. Some of it was just treading water. There was a little bit of a breeze, a little bit of chop on the water. But it was good to see the head coach get in. I know he'd been injured himself a while back. It was just good to see him getting in the lake and just seeing him go for it. He just seemed so happy, because he certainly helped me in Mallorca up the climb that we did. Santa Magdalena, I believe it was called. Really sort of helped me and cajoled me, I think is a technical term. Encouraged me all the way up the hill and beyond. For that I'm grateful. It was just really nice to see him being happy. Friday has arrived, nearly to the end of the week, and what I've planned for today, And then I always have the walk in the evening. But what I noticed was, as part of my membership, and unfortunately it runs out at the end of May, is a local athletics track, and you can actually book lanes on the track, do a track workout now. Bearing in mind, I've now had sort of 2 or 3 days without the worry and the pain of the knee and the ankle, which were strapped up just to help with the recovery and to avoid sort of further damage. I did a track workout. Now, this was all sort of self-planned, self-coached, self-taught. Plan was to do, after a warm-up, a good stretching. I mean, it was the changing rooms really gave you an old school vibe to them. Metal lockers, bowed at the bottom. Clean, everything was clean, spot on, you couldn't fault that. Went out, did the track, so the plan was, let's say, a good warm-up. So 1 lap of between jogging and walking, it was just to get moving, feel what it feels like on the floor, on the ankles, knee and hip and back and everything else that normally hurts for me. We then went into doing lots of stretches, proper stretching routine this time. And then the actual workout was 1 lap. Do that 3 times with about a minute or so's rest in between. Then we'd go for like double that, so we'd do 2 lots of 2 laps. Again, a minute or so just in between, recovering, walking around, grabbing a drink. I wanted to keep them easy-ish, as in not full gas, because I can't run 400 metres. It's learning to pace it, which I've never really had to do before, so it's something we'll struggle with each time. So yeah, I did the track session. After those 2 double laps, went for another 3 single laps, and just tried to keep as much as I could the sort of the timings and the consistency to it all the same and stuff. Then in the evening went out for the wellbeing walk. The person that leads these walks has damaged a tendon along the bottom of his foot, and he'd been off for a good 3 weeks now. He'd come back earlier in the week, did a bit of a walk, but it sort of flared up again. So if you want to check out what he does on YouTube, look for Extreme Heat Pete, and he does product reviews of hot spicy products. Basically, he's venturing out more from just spices and chilies and things like that to snacks and crisps and ice creams as well. And that brings me to the Saturday again. Another swim squad session in the morning. Again, these are on the Saturday mornings. It's all based on speed and power. So 50 metres shorter than last week, but none of them were press ups. What I did at the end, because the sort of session finishes just before the time, and then did a relay race. Now we only had to swim 1 length before the other one went from the other end. I'm not joking, it's just, I know it's not just me, because I spoke to some others afterwards. Your technique goes out the window. You're just trying to power your way to the other end as fast and as furiously as you can. Even if you're not going fast, you want to look like you're making a big effort. It's not a great way of doing things, but I suppose it's still good teaching, because, you know, if you had good form, you'd move faster. What I'm finding though with these swim squad sessions, and I won't be doing one next week, it's just they're so absolutely knackering. It takes me out for the rest of the day. And I don't like doing 2 runs like consecutive days, especially just at the moment where I'm just not ready for it. I'm going to run on Sunday, and it is local Coventry Triathlon today, which I had considered signing up for, and I'd got up until Monday to enter. I hadn't entered it. I thought I could get up early, either drive over, cycle over, watch it, record a bit of it, do my run workout while I'm there. So what we're going to do, we're going to get Triggy. Remember I mentioned Triggy early in the video? My sort of guru, my coach, my mentor, my person to be accountable to. We'll introduce you to Triggy in next week's video. But Sunday we just went out for a run. Anyway, Triggy will set my workouts for next week, and then looking forward, most of the swimming next week is going to be open water. We'll get back in the gym, doing some weights for some strength work. Should end up next week actually doing a park run, back on the alphabet challenge of my park run. So going through the alphabet in reverse order from Z. There's no X, you can't do that, all the way back to A. A being almost the nearest park run to where I grew up. It's in the centre of the town, the city where I grew up. Just 2 weeks ago I actually did the park run that is nearest to where I grew up. Did it at the end of the Couch to 5k training plan. Others, and I wanted to just pick a course that was very similar to the one I did as a baseline before I started it all. And I was shocked how fast I did that in. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, please click up there. Following the journey down there. Brilliant. Let's see what Triggy's got for me then for next week.